Can we read the room a little bit with the music? Why am I so fucking delayed? Oh my God. Jesus. Why am I so delayed? Please explain it to me like I'm a fucking toddler. Jesus. All right, guys. I mean, welcome to the recovery efforts. Welcome to the day after. There's a lot that's come out. Dude, I'm going to lose my shit. There's a lot that's come out between now and then. And I've asked around. I've heard some stuff. Here's the overarching thing from things that I've heard from people that I texted and asked straight up. One of the biggest things that I've seen. 199 Matt report say Mavs aren't done dealing yet. Where'd you hear that? Nico loves Anthony Davis, loves him. Like beyond having a prior working relationship, loves him. Wanted him badly, has wanted him since he got here. This is a Nico Harrison trade through and through. This feels like the ultimate power play. Nico Harrison saying, this is not your franchise, it's mine. Good luck, bro. Good luck. That's exactly what happened, guys. That's exactly what happened. This was a power play through and through. I still have so many. This doesn't feel real. Does it feel real to you guys? Like, I'm being honest with you. This has not set in any real significant way for me. We're gonna read this article from Brad Townsend that has a lot of interesting texts. This does not feel real at all. Oh my God, dude. We're going to read this because this has some interesting stuff in it. A lot of media now saying the Mavs won the trade, are now chip contenders. Bro, what do you mean are now chip contenders? I got 5 hours of sleep, maybe even less than that. My phone has been blown up. I was on the phone with one of my best friends till 5 a.m. last night. Like, that's where we're at. I mean, texting people hitting me up. Like, this is all just, nobody can believe this shit, man. I have yet to hear one Mavs fan in my life, and I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I grew up playing sports. All of my friends grew up playing sports, grew up playing basketball. Like, everyone's a diehard Mavs fan. I have yet to hear a single person, any of them, be like, yo, low-key, like, let's see how this works out. Like, none of them. Nobody is like, yeah, this actually could work in the end. Nobody thinks that. Who's saying, okay, let's go, this is nice. And I'm not going to lie, I had three different people I know that are Lakers fans text me, and all three of them said the same thing. And this feels like them trying to console a friend. They said, hey, yo, this might end up be working out for you guys. They've all said the same two things. This could actually end up working out for you guys. And two, you guys are actually going to really like Max Christie. That's what it keeps coming back to. That's what I've heard multiple times. You're actually going to like Max Christie. I'm like, oh, nice. Hell yeah, we needed that kind of guard on this roster. All the cost, the only cost was Luka Doncic. Oh, yeah, all right. Logan with the 5. Adam Silver literally just made Luka the face of the league behind his back. I don't think there's any conspiracy at work here. I don't. I really don't. I would like for that to be the answer because it's easier. It's an easier pill to swallow. Just like, man, the league swooped in. Like the Lakers ratings. We've had these rating talks. The Lakers, look at the future of them. Like they have no future at all. What the fuck's going to happen when LeBron retires? Like, I want, like, that's an easier pill to swallow. I don't think that happened. Do I think the Adelsons are going to relocate the team? No, I do not. I don't. No team is going to relocate from Dallas, Texas. Okay, it's a top 3 market in the United States size-wise. Does Nico have severance? This could be an any situation. This is delicious. Look how vibey I look with my little... I got a little glass cup. Look how vibey I look. I look like a vibe. I look like a vibe. Where do you go from here? I'm trying to think about what I want to start with first. The Mavs play at 2 o'clock today. I'm not watching. Okay. Just telling you right now. I'm not watching. I'm not streaming it. I feel no desire to currently. I want to tell you guys. Like, I want to tell you guys how I feel because it matters, right? I'm in disbelief. I'm incredibly sad. Like, this is after sleeping on it a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. I still don't believe it. Like, I don't believe it at all. Like, I can't, for the life of me, process that this happened. Prime with the $2. Hope you're well, brother. I'm good. I mean, it's basketball at the end of the day. Like, but it is, this is like, no laughing matters at the 5, dude. AD at the 4. Mavs are gonna be unstoppable. This is like, basketball is probably my favorite thing. I love the Mavericks. I have all my life. Like, I'll never forget where I was when the Mavs drafted Luka. I've told this story a million times. I knew exactly where they were. I knew exactly where I was. I called friends. We were so excited. I couldn't believe it. I wanted him so fucking bad before that draft. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, I remember the bubble when he hit that shot against the Clippers. Me and my friend group, we went on a group FaceTime immediately because it was quarantine. Obviously, we're all like, like it was insane. That's just gone. Like, that hasn't processed yet. I mean, it's for me. I'm 29 years old. Like, I've experienced the Dirk times. I always have that to fall back on. I experience all of this stuff. What do you say to like a 12-year-old? That's the part. That's the part. Armando at the 5. My 8-year-old daughter didn't believe me and then cried for an hour. I mean, look, that's the part right there that Nico just seems to not grasp. And we'll look at some of these quotes in a bit. Like, it feels so out of touch. So out of touch. Wow, look at this. Look at the Modelo. Who put that there? Luka might show up and drink that. It's so out of touch with the fan base, man. It is. Like, every quote that we will read is so out of touch. Your skin is glowing, good sir. I mean, at the end of the day, we're still beautiful, right? All of us. And if you look good, you feel good, right? And we look great. But man, I don't know what. Some ran with the 5. Even if the Mavs win the chip this year, in my opinion, still not worth it. All right, so let me walk you down, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Let me walk you down how I feel. Basketball wise, I think this is a terrible trade. I just do. I don't know. I don't know. For the Lakers, it's a no-brainer. I don't think the Lakers are going to be good this year. I don't. Okay, I'm just going to say that right now. I've heard what if the Lakers win the finals? I don't think this Lakers team is going to be good at all. In fact, them trading LeBron is absolutely on the table for me. Giovanni with the 5. I refuse to believe anything. The ownership not wanting to pay and Nico taking the blame. I don't know. From what I've heard, I really don't think that's it. Logan with the 2. Can't wait for Luka press conference. That's going to be interesting. The LeBron said Haynes is staying. I know what they're saying right now. I don't think this is a very good team the Lakers have currently. I don't think LeBron and Luka fit together that great. Have I pushed for LeBron in the past? Yes, of course. But I'm saying those are your 2 guys. It's a weird fit. But obviously, if you're the Lakers, you do it 10 times out of 10. You get the next face of your franchise for the next 10 years, hopefully. Right? That's it. Like, we were going to be in a weird, awkward position, praying that maybe we can land like a De'Aaron Fox. Maybe we can land like a guy like that to sort of carry our franchise in the next 10 years. And you get Luka Doncic falls into your lap. Right? No brainer for them. Doesn't make sense for the Mavs. What's your answer now? I mean, like, we've seen this team play without Luka for the last month plus. Their offense is struggling mightily. They turn the ball over at an alarming rate. William with the 499. Do you like this roster at all for the Mavs? So they need a guard. That has to be what happens between now and Thursday. You have to get a guard. If you're going all in. You're going all in on this team right now. You have to go get a guard. You have to go get a guard. You literally have to. You're not winning. You're not winning at any real level without that. Caught with the 499. Apparently Rob Pelinka, when offered, thought Nico was joking. It was just reported. Caught with the 499. Does the Lakers trade Reeves in a first for a good center? They probably go after Miles Turner pretty aggressively now. He says the Mavs are interested in Levine. No joke. What have I told you guys forever? And this makes me think, and I was going to get there. This makes me think. And where are you hearing that? Where are you hearing that? This makes me think. I told you guys. Zach LaVine absolutely was going to be on the Dallas Mavericks if they did not trade for Kyrie Irving. I have no inside source on that. Absolutely true. He's a Nico Harrison guy. That's how Nico Harrison operates. F with the 2. MFFL is dead. I'm literally sick. Nico is trash. I think they revisit the Levine. I don't know how the fuck it would work contractually. I don't know how you cobble together the pieces. Daniel with the 499. Trade makes some more sense if we think Nico really just that high on AD. So, basketball-wise, look, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not. You greatly diminished your ceiling. Full stop. Unless there is a move that I can't just pull out of my ass. I'm gonna read some donations here in a bit. Unless there's a move that you pull out of your ass that I don't see. I squint though, and this is still a good team. That's just the truth. Anthony Davis is a top 10 player in the sport. You're going to be rock solid defensively. I mean, the Mavericks are already one of the best teams in the league at protecting the paint. It's going to be locked down now. Max Christie, we joke. Max Christie's actually going to help you a decent amount. But I just don't think you're winning you're not winning a championship with this group. You're just not. You're just not. And if I mean, you're just not. So the people that I was texting, one, confirm it. Nico loves Anthony Davis. I leave last night, wake up this morning, all the reports from last night, some of the quotes I saw this morning scrolling Twitter, some of the texts and messages I received. Nico just, I don't think, liked Luka at all. Just straight up. I don't think he liked him. I do not think he liked him. I don't think he liked him. As a player, yes. I don't know about on a personal level. I don't think I really think that he didn't think that you could win if Luka was your number one guy. And I do think that there was some rocky stuff going on. Maybe not super rocky. Maybe not like, hey, he's going to demand a trade like at any given moment. But rocky enough to where the Mavs were like, I don't know about this. Apparently, he was not working with the training staff whatsoever. This is just what I've heard from multiple people now. Not working with the training staff at all. Then I heard from someone that Luka's manager had to tell him multiple times that it was real because he didn't believe it. I mean, this is shocking, guys. This is one of the most shocking moves in the history of sports, man. Like it is. There's not a lot of answers that make sense. The only answer that makes absolute sense to me right now, because I can't for the life of me think this was a cost savings move. That doesn't make sense from a business perspective. Right? I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. No, but I'm not like a business guy. Like, but if your idea is to save money, you do that in other ways. You don't trade the guy who sells tickets and sells merch. Right? Like that's not you trade Clay, you trade Daniel Gafford. Let's read some of this. Let's start here. This Athletic article by Sam Amick. Yes, I'm in reader's mode. I'm sorry. I don't have a subscription. I think I do, but I forgot the email. Yeah, Athletic, I have a subscription somewhere, and it comes out of my fucking bank account. But I don't know what the email is, so I'm just giving you guys free money. I can go on the reader mode. The annual complaint from the Los Angeles Lakers star had been lodged on January 22nd amid a month-long stretch of mediocrity in which their underwhelming team went 7-6. A story was published on ESPN in which the concerns of LeBron James and Anthony Davis were shared for all the world to see. This was not a new revelation. This notion that the Lakers co-stars were worried that the team's president of basketball operations, Rob Pelinka, might not be able to upgrade the roster before February 6th deadline in the kind of way that would return them to title contender status. As if that wasn't enough, Davis even issued a public request for a new center. Advertisement. Let's get to the good shit here, seriously. Hugh Janus with the 5. I'm still Mavs fan, but my interest level went from 100% to 15%. So, some ran with the 5. If all this is true, announce he is for trade and Mavs are sort of for 10 years, no matter what you think internally, his image is top 3 player in the NBA. So I've seen tweets, and I have to be honest with you guys. It's probably not what you're going to want to hear in this moment. That are like, I don't even care if they win a championship this year. It means nothing to me if they win a championship this year. I'll be at the fucking parade if they win a championship, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think they're going to. Just straight up, I don't think they're going to. But if they win the championship, I'm gonna be at the parade, and I'm gonna probably be at the parade like, yeah, I saw the vision. I saw the vision the whole time. It ain't happening though. It ain't happening. So you aren't one of us. That's a betrayal. I mean, I was born and raised in Dallas, bro. I've been a fan longer than a decade plus before I even knew who Luka Doncic was. Like, obviously, this sucks. And yeah, I'm at a weird stage with the team. I don't feel anything thinking about them. Ashley with the $4.99. Hawks fan here, feeling for y'all. Know how it felt when Nick was traded. I'm worried Trey's next. I mean, outlasting Trae Young outlasting Luka is just crazy. Zion outlasting Luka. Romero with the $4.99. This family wants casinos in Texas. Let's vote no and make them regret buying the Mavs. All right. Let's get to the juicy part. And all this time later, with Lakers owner Jeannie Buss clearly growing tired of this disgruntled dance in the chance of a basketball lifetime presented by a Dallas Mavericks team that was quietly desperate to move on from Luka Doncic. This is just the most shocking thing to me, man. Like, this I would have given a 0% chance of ever fucking happening for so many different reasons. If Luka goes to you and says, hey, look, I'm a free agent in a couple years, just straight up, I don't like that you did X, Y, and Z. I'm one out. Okay, that sucks. It's a bitter end. It's incredibly sad. Your hand has been forced. You have to do what's best for you. And I've long said this. You, like, no matter what, and I thought Luka was going to retire here. Truthfully, I did. But I've long said, yeah, like, you couldn't lose him for nothing. If you were to go in free agency, you couldn't lose him for nothing. To trade him without him demanding a trade is, I mean, wow. I can't even. And James, whose marriage of convenience with the Lakers has suddenly grown more uncomfortable, must now decide what it all means for the twilight years that he'd planned on spending in Tinseltown. And all three of them, it should be noted, had no idea what was going down. So some of the most interesting parts of this, outside of the insanity of it all, is the fact that LeBron didn't know, and then some of these reports that are like there's people who are just like, I don't know what happens with LeBron now. I'm skimming for like some real interesting juicy tidbits. And the question now, with the dynamics so drastically changed and Doncic arriving as the indisputable alpha male in Lakerland, is this: might this be James' last season with the Lakers? All right, here's the Luka stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it shouldn't have taken this long to get to this point of the article. Like, if I were an editor, which I've been an editor in the past, this should not be buried this deep in the article. You're literally burying the lead here. Like, we get it. We know the Lakers, like, they wanted trades. Like, dude, Luka Doncic just got fucking traded. That's the story. It's not, hey, AD wanted a center a couple weeks ago. You don't spend the first 500 words talking about this. Okay? Sorry. I'm on a fucking. I'm upset. I'm on very little sleep. As a former editor, this shit pisses me off. Why is this so deep in the article? It's the most important fucking shit. Oh, God. Oh, God. They got the NFL Pro Bowl on my screen. Oh, my God. What a nightmare. So when the Mavericks came calling, it was a solution to the Lakers' problem that had been percolating for quite some time. For all of his faults, the 25-year-old Doncic is the type of player who could put the Lakers back on the proverbial map for the next decade. And the irony here, league sources say, is that both of the involved teams had similar concerns about the stars they traded. The Mavericks were greatly concerned with Doncic's durability, or lack thereof, and convinced his approach to the game would continue to be a problem in the years to come. Yet there was no shortage of teams shocked that the Mavericks didn't broadcast their willingness to move Doncic. League sources say there was at least one team. This right here is so interesting. League sources say there's at least one team besides the Lakers that was approached by Dallas nearly 2 weeks ago about the prospect of swapping Doncic for another player. The bid was turned down, but the message sent in the process had been clear. There was trouble brewing in Dallas, and the Lakers, in the end, are the ones who reap the benefits. Who do we think it is? Giannis? I'm not gonna lie. I thought Jaylen Brown was who I thought immediately. Could have absolutely been Giannis. But I can't lie to you. I thought Jaylen Brown. Well, I don't know. I guess I didn't think that they would go and ask for Giannis, but maybe they did. I think it's either Giannis or Jaylen Brown. Just my gut feeling. Kawhi, can you imagine? Can you imagine, bro? They hinted at Kings. What? Fox says who? No chance. No chance in hell. You're telling me the Kings said no to Luka for De'Aaron Fox? I would say three names in my brain. Giannis, Jaylen Brown, Bam Adebayo. Those would be the three names that pop into my head immediately. Just going off of what the Mavs clearly wanted here. Wemby? I mean, maybe. Let's read this one. This from Brad Townsend. This has direct quotes from the man himself, Nico Harrison. In the most shocking trade in Mavericks and perhaps NBA history. No, there's no maybe. This is the most shocking trade in NBA history. Dallas is sending 25-year-old superstar Luka Doncic to the Lakers. Dude, I can't even, like... This can't be real. This is like... What? I look at this and I still can't... I can't even fathom it, man. Reaction among Mavs fans ranged from utter shock to outrage that Dallas would trade a transcendent talent and five-time All-NBA first-team player who seemingly hasn't even reached his prime for a first-round pick and top 10 NBA player, sure, but one who is 6 years older than Doncic. Okay, here comes the Nico quotes. I understand they would be shocked initially, Mavericks general manager Nico Harrison told The News. Is that what they're calling Dallas Morning News now? The News? But I do believe that we position ourselves to win now and also win in the future. And that's ultimately the goal and why we're here. It's one of those things where it's my job to make the tough decisions that put our goals first and foremost. What do you mean win now and win in the future, bro? You just traded for a 32-year-old. Does Nico know that? Do we have confirmation that Nico knows Anthony Davis is 32 years old? He might not know that. He actually might not know that. These are my favorite people who come in the chat like this. Y'all are bigger crybabies than Luka. Like, bro. Well, with the two, any chance the other was Anthony Edwards? No, I don't think so. I think Coach RJ is a Luka hater. I think I remember from the streams back on this channel. Yeah, he is. Coach RJ got his dream. I'm not going to ban him. Why'd I ban him? Where does Nico live? Anyone know? Guys, I'll say this again. Don't talk like that in here, please. I get it. I know that you're all joking, but I don't. I saw people tweeting out his address last night. That's not. I don't like that. I don't operate like that. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's funny. Check Tim Cato article. Fries with the 199, please. Don't covering the Mavs. We love you. I love you too. All right, let's read this. Harrison cited his 2-decade relationship with the Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka, starting when Harrison was a Nike executive and Pelinka was a player agent. Dude, this just reeks. Harrison told the news that he and Pelinka began having basketball conversations more than a month ago. Then all of a sudden we're like, would you ever do this? Nah, you're joking, right? Interesting. Maybe I would. Added Harrison. And then it just built over time over the last 3 weeks. I mean, this is a 3-week long negotiation, bro. I mean, how do you not get, like, are you telling me with a straight face the Lakers would have said no if you said, look, AD, Austin Reeves, and your 2 firsts, and we want Max Christie too. That has to be that price. You're telling me they would have said no? Seriously? You're telling me they would have said no? Zach with the 199. How is that the return you get? That's malpractice. Oh, man. A person familiar with the Mavericks thinking told the news that Harrison got full support from team governor Patrick Dumont in the weeks leading to the trade and when it was time to pull the trigger late Saturday night. Doncic in his 7th NBA season and averages 28 points for his career, 3rd highest in NBA history. You're just not getting another guy like that. You know? You're not the Lakers. You're not the Heat. Another guy like that is just not popping up. Did you guys even notice this? My eye is twitching because of my lack of sleep, I think. All of you guys know Mark Cuban did not reply to my email yet. Ben with the $50. Thanks for all you do, Slightly. I'm devastated as a diehard fan, but I can only imagine it's that much worse for you. Hope you can get some sleep, and thanks for everything you do for the fans. Unfortunately, I might be done for a while. That's one of the saddest things I keep seeing is that people are done. People are done. That's just what I don't. That's what I don't get, man. That's what I really don't get about all of this. So this is the biggest quote here out of all of this. The two biggest quotes we've seen today. They went to another team with an offer. And then this one. We really feel like we got ahead of what's going to be a tumultuous summer. Him being eligible for the Supermax and also a year away from him being able to opt out of any contract, Harrison said. And so we really felt like we got out in front of that. We know teams. They've had it out there. Teams have been loading up to try and sign him once that comes available. Doncic, Davis, 6'10", 250 pounds. What's up with the weight inclusion? We really feel like defense wins championships. And we think the players that we're bringing in add to the culture, which is important to what Jake Kidd and I have been building here from day one. And then obviously when you get an all-NBA player who's also a first-team all-defensive player, we think it's going to help us where we need to get the most on the defensive end. Well, up to two. Imagine if today was a home game. Bro. There's still more to this we don't know. I mean, they must have really felt like he wasn't going to sign. Like he was going to leave that much money on the table. A Supermax contract that nobody has turned down up until this point. Like he was really going to, like that must have been the vibes. I'm telling you, what this quote means is not that they didn't think Luka would sign that. It's that they didn't want to give it to him. I'm telling you straight up. That's what it is. They didn't want to give it to him. They felt organizationally, or at least Nico did. I don't know how many other people in the organization shared it. They felt like, dude, I don't know if I want to pay him that. They're gaslighting us and hiding it behind his conditioning. No, it's actually the opposite of what's happening. They're gaslighting us, hiding it behind we need defense. What they're really saying is we don't trust him. That's what they're saying. We don't trust him. I'm telling you guys right now, that's what it is. They don't trust him. They've asked him to do X, Y, and Z. They wanted him to be in better shape. They wanted him to take conditioning more seriously. They wanted him to take recovering from injury more seriously, and he hasn't done it. And I know that for a fact. Now, that goes beyond, that raises the question, well, do you figure out internally, right? You figure out internally how to fix that. You get trainers who, hey, Luka, pick out a training staff for me. Who do you want to work with? And you bring those people in. Hey, you like Casey Smith, you work with him. All right, well, we're not trading him then. We're not firing him. We'll do whatever we have to make it work for you. And now maybe they've tried everything. Maybe they have. I don't know. Maybe they felt like, hey, we've done everything we can. This guy's just not taking this shit as seriously as we want. Some ran with the 5, but slightly, it still makes no sense. Why not announce him on the market? So I think they kind of knew what they wanted, and they didn't want to make a big public spectacle of it. Mason with the $4.99. All this stuff is making me feel sick. The live stream helped me cope knowing I'm not alone. DEI hire? Who, Luka? Subsidiary tweet. Is this worth my time? Asked one NBA executive if he knew Luka Doncic was available, how much would he offer in a potential trade? Everything. The Mavericks appear to have missed a golden opportunity to create a historic bidding war ahead of the deadline. Trish gets 99 cents. Thank you. Davis primarily had played center the last 3 seasons for the Lakers and recently told ESPN that he longed for Los Angeles to acquire a center, which would allow Davis to return to power forward, his preferred position and the position he played when Los Angeles won a title. Enjoying the Mavericks, Davis to play alongside center Daniel Gafford and eventually Derek Lively II when he returns from his recent ankle stress fracture. I'm going to tell you guys right now, that's going to be fucking nasty. I'm just going to tell you guys, and you guys don't really care to hear it, but that's going to be nasty in a good way. In a good way. That is going to be sick. Some ran with the 5. Also, we know Luka, if something going to motivate him to get in shape, that's it. Yeah, I mean, here's the reality. Here's the harsh reality. If you felt as an organization, we've tried everything, he doesn't take this seriously, and maybe we can go further, and maybe we can speculate, because there's this is where we are. We're speculation. This is the craziest trade in the history of the league. Something insane had to happen. So, just if I had to guess, based off of the things that have been reported, based off of things that I'm hearing, but just based off my pure speculation and adding things up, my guess is that, hold on a second. What was I saying? Okay, here's what I think happened. Yeah, I was talking to Nico. Here's what I think happened. I think they probably wanted him. They probably wanted him to take his recovery more seriously from his knee injury over the summer than he eventually did take it. That'd be my initial guess. Comes into training camp. Maybe they're a bit frustrated about that. Then he suffers a calf strain. Maybe they're a little bit frustrated about that. Maybe they feel like, hey, you not doing X, Y, and Z, you not taking this seriously is why you keep having these lower body injuries. Then he strains his calf. Maybe they're frustrated in his recovery of that. Sprained wrist, that's a freak injury, right? Maybe they're upset about his recovery with that. And then maybe the calf strain, again, re-aggravating the calf on Christmas Day was like this, we told you moment. Like, we told you if you don't take this shit seriously, you're going to keep suffering injuries. And that was like the final straw. Because apparently, just a week after that is when the Mavs got to work on potentially looking to trade Luka. That has to be it, right? Like, that has to be it. That has to be it. There had to be like huge, massive. And I'm not saying like, yeah, I saw they're like, oh, they were concerned about his recovery. I'm saying it probably goes beyond that. And there was almost like, bro, if you don't take this shit seriously, you're going to be injured for the rest of your fucking career. And they must have felt this year that he still wasn't doing it. And they were like, all right, we don't want to pay you $350 million. And I still think that's the dumbest shit. He got you to the finals on one leg last year. I mean, Triscuits with the $4.99. I know Dirk would never say anything, but I'd love to know what Dirk thinks. I mean, it's just another fucked up thing is you brought Dirk back in the organization. Not like there was any bad blood or anything, but I always loved Dirk, and Dirk loved the organization. But like you wanted it to be a point that Dirk was around, that Dirk was still a major piece of the organization to just help out Luka, make things easier for Luka. And then you do this. Ricardo with the 20. I'm from Brazil and started watching the NBA in 2019 and became a fan because of Luka highlights. Winning aside, watching Luka was the most fun I've had in basketball. Let's see what the future holds. Much love, slightly. He's such a fun player to watch. That's what really sucks about this. Ravens with the $4.99. Hate it for the players, but anyone else feel like they want the Mavs to fail now? Like the players or me? Like I don't want the Mavs to fail. I want them to be good. Like I do. Simply Sand Volleyball at the $4.99 slightly. Now the most valuable Dallas sports asset. That's always been true. Football CF Candy with the $1.99. If I'm Nico, Levine plus Lonzo or Must, that will help. Logan at the 2. You trade 4 first-round pick. Adam forced this. Bro, I mean, maybe they're getting the team to move them to Vegas. That's not what's happening. That's not what happened. That's not what's happening. Vegas is getting an expansion team. That's it. It makes more sense financially to do it that way. Expansion in general makes more sense. I heard from a source that what you were thinking is correct. He would not listen to the medical staff on the Mavs and use his own people. Don't tell him what he wants to hear. This is not, I don't even know if this is a secret, if this has been reported, but I can tell you what I've heard, and I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say it. He has his own training staff, and he doesn't work with this training staff whatsoever. That's what I've heard. He has his own training staff, and he does not work with this training staff. And I partially agree. It's like, then hire them, man. Like, it has to be that this was just a long time coming, and this just, these texts, these quotes, it all points to what's been rumbling for a while now, is that just Nico doesn't like him. Nico doesn't like him. Nico is incredibly frustrated by him. I'm just like, if I'm an owner and the GM calls me and is like, yo, man, thinking about trading Luka. Like, I don't like that he does X, Y, and Z. Just don't know. I don't think paying him this much money is worth it in the long run just because of this, that, and the third. I'm saying, okay, interesting. Let me think about it. I'll call you back. I'm hanging up. I'm picking up the phone. I'm calling every available GM. Hey, you interested in being the Dallas Mavericks general manager? You are? Okay, bye. Okay, hold on a second. Hey, Nico, what's up, man? Yeah, I talked it over. You're fucking fired. Yeah, see you, man. All right, good luck. Some ran with the two. Kai not taking his player choice. Kai, Lakers incoming. That's my biggest fear right now, actually. I was talking about it last night with my friend. Kyrie leaving. But I think some of the reporting about the Lakers side of this is really interesting. Now, like, Lakers people are like, yeah, I don't know what this means for LeBron. This is like, LeBron is pumped. LeBron is excited. This is all like, I don't know about LeBron's future. Enjoying the Mavericks. I think if you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, that's what you're going to see, said Harrison, a reference to Cleveland's imposing front court of Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Anthony's probably going to finish games of the 5, but you're going to see those guys play together. And when Lakers won, he played the 4. Like, bro, what do you mean if you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers? You wanted to build your team around the Cleveland Cavaliers? They don't fucking win in the playoffs, bro. You just made the finals. Like, this is such a stupid quote. Like, I don't... Why would you, honestly, if I'm Nico Harrison, why would you even do interviews after this? You have to lay low for a bit. I'm not making any comments on the trade until the trade deadline. Like, that's what I would say. I'm focused on the trade deadline. We made a move that we felt was in our best interest. All of this stuff will come to the light at some point, but we're focused on improving the roster further between now and Thursday. That's all I would say. I'm not coming at, well, guys, look at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, they lost in the playoffs last year. Round 1. Weren't they round 1 exits 2 years in a row? Like, what do you mean, look at them? Fuck them. We just made the finals. I don't give a fuck what the Cavs are doing. Round 2. Okay, yeah. They won a playoff series last year. Like, what the hell do you mean? Look at the Cavs. All right, what about them? Armando with the 2, daughter, dad. Why did they trade Luka? Me. It's hilarious, all like the family members who have texted me and they're just like, what the hell? And I'm like, I don't know. Skiz with the 5. Fuck winning, man. Has it ever occurred to the ownership that we want to have fun watching our team? You goofy them at Cavs made it to round 2. Okay, they made it to round 2. They made it to round 2. Oh my God. They made it to the second round. Oh. That's what we want to build our team. Second round teams. Who did they beat in round 1 last year? Oh, the Magic. Yeah, that's right. The Magic in 7 games. Garrett Love with the 199. Nico pulling a crazy Jerry Jones type move. Jerry would never do some shit like this. McJarvis for the 2. Nico Jones getting his proverbial ass kicked. Nico Jones. My guess is he probably doesn't want to talk to me, Harrison said. Harrison said that as of early Sunday morning, he had not communicated directly with Doncic, but rather Doncic's agent, Bill Duffy. That probably also reflects the mood of many Mavs fans. Let's see how this shocking trade plays out in the coming weeks, years, and perhaps a decade. Watch the latest ESPN video of the trade. Like where? Who? Where did I find it? Luka with the $7 or the $2. This feels illegal. It does in some ways. I'm telling you, there's something else behind the scenes. Like the impression I get from talking to people in the know is that there was stuff that wasn't getting lived up to. But it's just like, bro, you made it to the finals last year, man. You know? Like at a certain point, you just kind of got to throw that shit to the side and try to figure things out from within. Dallas Emma with the 499 is a fan base. I believe we deserve answers from Nico Harrison ASAP. I mean, unfortunately for us, the answer is like, I mean, that's what I was about to say. You're not going to like the answers. I remain unimpressed. I do as well. With the 499, have to believe Luka's legs are done. Garrett Love with the 499. I'd love to hear what other moves would you want to see before the deadline. I see Joshua with the 199. What does this mean for other players' trade value? So there has to be something about the legs. I agree with 100%. Other players' trade value. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you mean. Like other players on the Mavs. Armando at the 20. Luka gives us a chance. I did not think PJ and Gaff would get us to the finals, but I told my friend, Detroit fan, with Luka and a good team, you always have a chance. Just isn't true with Kyrie and AD at their age. I mean, also, you're talking about two guys who don't have the best playoff reputation. Jay with the $5. So essentially, Nico felt disrespected and traded away her generational talent. Yeah, that's about what happened. So last night I was teetering back and forth between this is the ownership problem and Nico Harrison. No, this from everything it sounds like this is Nico Harrison. Like Nico Harrison just full-fledged was like, dude, I want out of this business. I want out of the Luka Doncic business. And then in turn, he might be out of the business in general because he's probably going to get fired down the line. And this will be directly because of that. Aaron with the 499. Is this worse than the 2022-2023 season? I mean, this is like the worst thing I can imagine. Hayden with the 499. Nico needs to be investigated for betting on the Lakers or something. Bro, what? Kyrie's not a playoff player? Kyrie is now being tasked with being the lead guard and the lead scorer in the offensive engine in the playoffs. Does anyone feel good about that? Seriously. And I love him. I love Kyrie to death. Karen with the 499. Isn't Nico close friends with Rob Pelinka and LeBron? This has to be malpractice and Adam Silver was involved. I'm going full conspiracy mode. Yeah, he was. I mean, relationships are important in the league. They are important in the league. AD and Nico Harrison are close. Nico Harrison wanted him. Venom with the 199. NBA is desperate for ratings. Clint with the 999. Clint, how the fuck do we feel about this, brother? What the actual fuck? There's more to the story. All on Nico. There's so much more than meets the eye. Snacks with the 2. What now means wait a decade. Luka with the 2. Calls my rep are going straight to voicemail. Oh God. All right, let's. I'll catch up on donations here in a bit. Let's lock in a little tiny bit and talk about some other stuff. Like, so I mean, is this official yet? Like, is everything updated for the Mavs? Oh my God. I mean, just look at that. Look at that. Dude, this is unreal, bro. No, we're still talking about the Luka thing, but let's just try to think about what is next. Because like I said, I mean, you have to get a guard. You have to get a guard. That goes without being said. Now, what's even more interesting is you did just trade your like most tradable contract in Kleba. Clay's going to be traded? Absolutely possible. WFAA YouTube channel. 12:55 Nico Harrison press conference. Really? Is that true? Oh. Oh, man. Uh-oh. 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 All right. Well, we'll be watching. We will be watching. We will be watching. Live from the bunker, yeah. Let's see. Let's just think. My mom's calling me. I love my mom, man. She's got, I mean, she follows enough to know what I'm saying, and strictly because she knows I love it. She's never really been a basketball person. Am I still muted? No, I'm doing locked on. My mom said, grow up. Let's just look around. I mean, I really don't think you get here. I don't think you have to make up $12 million. This isn't even really possible. You'd have to. This is impossible. It's impossible. You'd have to also probably trade, and then like a Torrey Craig back. I think it's actually impossible still. It's impossible. It's like next to impossible for them to make a big trade like that. Najee feels like a goner. I'm gonna tell you right now. Najee feels like a goner. Or Grimes. Grimes feels like a goner. Jordan Clarkson, something that looks like that. I mean, shit. Look how hard it is to even make a Colin Sexton trade happen. We keep Grimes. I think with you getting Christie in this deal, I think Grimes is absolutely on the table. I got the KFAs right here. It's the moment that they hop up on the stage, we're gonna tune in. Dude, I can't. This is making me fucking sad, bro. I'm just looking around at these teams, and I don't. You have to get a guard. Like, you have to. I mean, Brogdon's making $22 million. This is such a sad state of affairs, what we're doing right now. Such a sad state of affairs. I guess Austin Reeves would have to be available now in any other trade they want to do. Squiggly with the 5. My wife no longer sees me as a man due to the Mavs trading away the best player in the world for peanuts. Thanks, Nico. I mean, they got to be doing something else, right? Marcus Smart. I mean, Oh, my God. I'm streaming the press conference, guys. It's right here. At the end of the day, we'll be fine and Luke will always be loved here. Will we be fine? Will we? I'm not so sure. I mean, I'm looking around. Like, I can't even find a guard for you on the market. Like, all of these guys that I think are definitely tradable now that were not tradable 24 hours ago. You know, like I'm like, yeah, Clay's probably. I think you owe it to Clay to maybe potentially look to move him. Well, actually, you're desperately going to need his spacing now, so I don't know. But like Najee, Grimes is absolutely traded. I think I'd be shocked if Grimes is on the team in 5 days. Celtics fan base on Twitter is convinced the other player Nico Harrison wanted to move for Luka was Jaylen Brown. I think so too. That was initially who I thought. That was what I thought. Are you ready to watch Luka drain step backs and then he smiles? No, I'm not ready for that. This doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Let me catch up on donations here. While we wait for the press conference to start. Oh. Chat summary. Viewers in the chat are reacting to the recent trade of Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles. Fuck, why does that only last for 1 second? Like, I'm trying to read it, bro. Chuckles with a $4.99 season ticket holder here will not be renewing. Loyalty never fades away. My ass. Yeah, I'm very interested to see. I mean, how many people? How many people? Canceled their Mavs TV subscription right after this. Inrod with the $1.99. Should we follow Luka? It's up to you, man. Do what you want. Z with the 2. Kyrie's going to quit and Luka will drop 70 on us. Lindsay with the $1.99. How is Nico not fired now? Zach with a 10. I just can't. Neon was the one who told us about the press conference. Thank you. Zach with a 10. I just can't see any way the Mavs get past Luka in the playoffs. He's going to want to kill them. So now you've got another difficult team to get past in the playoffs who aren't going anywhere soon. It has Babe Ruth parallels. It just does. I see Jester with the $1.99. Will star players get traded at a lower value now? No. Will with the 2. Can we get in on Fox? I just don't know how you make that happen contractually. Dominic with the $9.99. The issue with trading Luka for picks is that no picks on a Luka team will ever be valuable. I guess the question is, how many first-round picks would AD and Christie be worth on the open market? AD is definitely netting you 3 or 4 picks if you were just to trade him outright for picks. I think personally. Armando at the 2. I hate sports. Venom with the 199. Would make it better if we get Bam and Butler. Yeah. William with the 499. Ingram would be cool, but I don't think that makes sense because of the expiring contract. Squiggly with the 5. My wife no longer sees me as a man. Roberto with the 499. Became a basketball fan because Luka, which made me a Mavs. Love Mavs fans and culture, but trade market. Trade makes me hate the organization. Jake with the 2. This ruined everything Dirk built for loyalty. Kamek with the 199. Explain this to a young Mavs fan. You can't, man. What the fuck do you say? It would be different if it was like, hey, bro, like, Luka demanded a trade, and that's it. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens in the league. How did this message sneak in here? Gage with the 499. Luka was the whole reason I started watching ball. I'll never forgive the Mavs front office for this. Armando with the 2. Trade isn't Luka's fault, but I hope he sucks in LA. That's being a real fan right there. Zach with the 2. Ty Jerome or someone like him. I don't know if the Cavs trade him. Jake with the 2. Luka confirmed Marvel Rivals addict. Has that been confirmed? All right, we are closing in on. We're closing in on this press conference starting. I can't believe they're doing one. Gotta be honest with you. Hayden with the 199. Did you see the protest at the American Airlines Center? There was like 4 people there, but I did see it. Something random with the 2. I wouldn't be shocked if they're looking to ship Kai. Yeah, I mean, doing like this whole defense matters. We need defenders. Still having Kyrie is a little interesting. Like if I'm Kyrie, I'm on the phone with Nico right now. I'm like, yo, am I getting traded? And don't bullshit with me. Because this popped into my head last night. No, not gonna lie, this popped in my head immediately. I was like, eh. John to the 10 is a fan from Bahrain and a Real Madrid fan. This was a fun run. I'm a Lakers fan now. Thanks, guys. Ay, ay, ay. Arguably less reliable Butler for more money. I hope Anthony Davis goes 0 for 20. No, not me. I don't know how you can see the offense over the last month and think, yeah, we can win a championship with, averaging 30 turnovers a game. Like we can win a championship with 30 turnovers and, our crunch time offense looking the way it does. I mean, let's not act like AD isn't a top 10 player in the sport. Yeah, I mean, the dust hasn't settled enough for me to fully sit down and analyze the Mavericks and how they look as a team moving forward. Because I promise you, the moment I do, I'm going to look at them and be like, yo, this is not a bad team. Press conference at 1. We're waiting. We're waiting, boys. We are waiting. Oh, man. We're going to watch it on here. We're going to watch it on here, guys. Is that Luka IG screenshot real? Which one? Look at the poll. Will this work for the Mavs? Yes, championship loading, playoffs runs, but no ring. No, they'll be taking by next year. In my doomer brain, which automatically you go to doomer in a mode like this, my doomer brain is you could probably see AD traded in the summer. You could see Kyrie opt in and get traded, or sign and trade for Kyrie, and this is just kind of their precursor move. Like, this is like we're going for it this year. If it doesn't work out, we're resetting. Bro, that's not real. That's not a real screenshot. No, Nick's not at the conference. This is gonna be spicy, bro. Are you going on Locked On? Yeah, I'm going on Locked On, man. Some random with the 10. To be honest, it might be my last time here. Recommend me a good Lakers fan channel, please. I'm not recommending you shit. It's like going to a restaurant and being like, yo, bro, I don't want to eat here anymore. Can you recommend a good restaurant? Roberto at the $4.99. As a 5-year Mavs fan, I won't be supporting the franchise no more. Still love your content. We'll continue to love your content. Thank you, guys. Seriously. He's done nightmares on me. 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 Wait, hold up. What's the name of that song? What's the name of that song? He's done miracles on me. No Child Left Behind. Okay. No Child Left Behind instrumental. No Child Left Behind. Nico Harrison got left behind. He's done nightmares on me. 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 One Child Left Behind. Protest outside the American Airlines Center. He's done nightmares on me. He's done. No child left behind. Ace Talk is on TV today with Luka's dad for Mavs versus Cavs. No, that's getting scrapped. Surely that's not actually happening. That is not happening. It's still happening. It is.
Late last night, sending absolute shockwaves across the NBA. The players involved in the trade stunned at the decision. Players around the league shocked by this information. Media members not seeing this one coming, and of course, the fans. This decision made by Mavericks GM Nico Harrison has absolutely raised questions on every facet of this Mavericks franchise. Everyone collectively here wondering why? Why this timing? Was the return on Luka, a generational talent, fitting? And what are the short-term, long-term effects of a decision like this? Well, for the first time, we're going to get to hear some of the answers to those questions. Mavericks GM Nico Harrison is in Cleveland ahead of the Mavericks' 2:30 tip-off against the Cavaliers this afternoon. We're set to hear from him in his first media availability since the trades were made official this afternoon. We'll also hear from Mavericks head coach Jason Kidd. That's coming in just a matter of moments. We'll carry the press conference live right here on WFAA Plus. We'll have you on YouTube as well. And then we will join you on the other side for instant reaction to both the GM and the head coach's comments. We'll be able to listen in right here as we get set for them to join us live from Cleveland.
I can't believe they're doing a press conference right now. I can't believe it. I mean, you have to have answers, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I'm telling you right now. I'd wait until Thursday. I'd wait until Thursday, man. I know he absolutely owes us a reason, but I wouldn't be doing it. God, man. Boo. If I was in the media room, I'm booing him for sure. It would just be me. Boo! Boo! Who the hell is that? Just, there's 8 people in the room. Me. Boo! Dude, this needs to be... Hold on a second. I hope this joke hasn't been made already. I hope this joke has not been made already by someone online. I'm sure it has. What does Cuban have to say? All right, 102. They're panicking. Where are they? What could they possibly say? I mean, seriously. No, Cuban definitely. Like, this does not happen if Cuban is here as the main guy. Oh, shit. Here we go.
Live to the press conference.
We have a game tonight, so we're just opening up to questions. Give me 1 second.
Here we go.
All right, I'll open it up. Thanks for everybody for coming. Jay, is it normally this crowded for your
No.
pregame speeches?
No, they don't want to hear about everybody who's out.
No, on a serious note, we definitely understand the magnitude of what just transpired. It's not lost on us. Definitely would like to thank Luka for his brilliance and, over the last, 4 years since we've been here, what we've been able to accomplish, as well as, Maxi Kleber. When he got hurt the other day and I go in the back and check on him and the first thing he says is sorry for getting hurt, but that just, kind of goes to the type of person he is. And then also Smooth, like he was such a great guy in the locker room. So I just want to, thank all those guys for their contribution to get us to where we're at. And then as we turn the page, I think it's important to know that Jay Kidd and I, we've had a vision and the culture that we want to create since we've been here. And the players that we're bringing in, we believe exemplify that. And, we think defense wins championships. And we're bringing in one of the best two-way players in the league. A lot of people don't talk about, what he does defensively and offensively. But, if you can name first-team All-NBA players that are also first-team All-Defensive players. That's a unique unicorn to try to find, and we're able to find that. And as well, you look at Max Christie. He was their starting two-guard, guarded all the top players in the league, and he's young and athletic and bouncy, and gets his hands on lots of balls. So we really feel that they're bringing in, they're adding into the culture that we're trying to create here. We feel that defense wins championships. And we're excited to go. We feel like we're built to win now as well as in the future.
Nico, this is obviously one of the most unique trades in the history. There's never been a player as accomplished as Luka traded at this point in his career, especially without asking out. What got you guys to the point where you felt like moving on from Luka was in the best interest of the franchise?
Yeah, I think it wasn't really like a point. I think it was like, how do we make our team better? There's some unique things about his contract that we had to pay attention to. There's other teams that were loading up, that he was going to be able to decide make his own decision at some point of whether he wants to be here or not, whether we want to supermax him or not, or whether he wants to opt out. So I think we had to take all that into consideration and feel like we got out in front of what could have been a tumultuous summer.
Nico, did you have any indication from him or his representation that he was going to opt out or not take the extension or anything like that?
No, not at all. Not at all. Nothing verbally that would lead me to believe that.
Why would the Supermax be a difficult decision on your end?
Oh no, it's not a matter of it being a difficult decision. It's a matter of, once you put that out there, they accept or they don't, and at that point you're on the clock.
Did you have discussions with any other teams besides the Lakers about this deal?
No, and I'd like to give Rob Pelinka a lot of credit. Trades, you guys have been around here. Trades don't happen at the smallest level without stuff getting out. And Rob and I were able to have really intense conversations over the course of, 3 or 4 weeks that started out as a coffee that, was more, hey, would you ever, I don't know, would I? Let me think of, and then it built upon that. And, we kept it between us. We had to keep it tight. J. Kidd didn't know about it. But J. Kidd and I are aligned, and we talk about archetypes, and we talk about the culture that we want to create. So I know the type of players that he likes without actually talking to him. Hey, would you like, so I know that. And J. Kidd coached them when they won a championship. So I think when you're aligned with your coach like that, I know the type of players that he likes. And so I felt good about it making sense to where we're trying to go.
For either
With
of you,
Luka's pedigree and potential that he's shown so far, this feels like a move that you absolutely have to be right about. There can't be any doubt in your mind when you pull the trigger on it. I'm just curious, what convinced both of you that you will not be wrong?
Well, let's be clear. I'm the one making the decision, and Jay's supportive of it, so it's me. I don't do anything that's scary. I think everything that we do, we put a lot of work into it. We study it, and we restudy it, and we go back, and I understand the magnitude of it. So the easiest thing for me to do is do nothing, and everyone would praise me for doing nothing. But we really believe in it, and time will tell if I'm right.
you've said it a number of times. You've mentioned the word culture and how Anthony and the other players you bring back fit that culture. Are you implying that Luka no longer fit that culture?
No, listen, one thing about me, I'm not going to talk bad about any players. Like that's not going to do, us or me any good. I just say there's levels to it. And there's people that fit the culture and there's people that come in and add to the culture. And those are two distinct things. And I believe the people that were coming in are adding to the culture.
What would you just say to fans who are frustrated about this move?
I'm sorry they're frustrated, but it's something that we believe in as an organization. It's going to make us better. We believe that it sets us up to win not only now but also in the future. And when we win, I believe the frustration will go away.
Nico, what was the conversation like with Patrick Dumont when we introduced this idea to him?
The first time he laughed at me. No, I mean, Patrick, he's the owner. Obviously, he's the ultimate decision maker, but he entrusts in J. Kidd and I to lead this team, and he's putting the trust into us. And then, obviously, you got to get judged on the performance that you've done as a leader. And at some point, if it doesn't work out, then I'll be judged for that.
Jason, what is your reaction to this trade?
Yeah, I think it's, it's something that, as Nico's brought up, we are aligned, right? And so just understanding Luka, when I first came here, excited about the opportunity to coach an upcoming star and who became a mega star. And I was just blessed to have that opportunity to coach him. But when you look at the vision of the team and what Nico wants to build, I truly support that and truly believe that the players that we're getting are the ones that can help us achieve that, and that's to win a championship.
Well, why did they fit that vision better?
It's not about better. It's about, being able to, again, Nico has talked about defense. Defense wins championships. AD is the one that we truly believe fits with D-Live and Gaff and PJ. And so when you look at going forward, we're looking at the window to win now. And with AD and Christie, and not to forget about Christie, he's a young wing that we believe that fits.
What do you envision? I mean, does AD start at 4 for you guys? Is he a 5? How do you envision that working?
I gotta be honest with you. Right now, I'm only focused on today's game. Right? Like I am. I got a list of players. I got to tell you who are out, and we got a game today, right? And so, as we go down the line, I'll be able to answer that question for you. And I'm not avoiding that question. Like as you see the rosters built, he probably will start at the 4, but I can give you more concrete information as we go forward.
All right, I recognize Susan Love.
When do you expect these guys in uniform?
Not sure. I don't have the perfect answer for that because, everything just happened. I don't even think it was midnight last night, like 2, 3 in the morning. So we're still trying to get physicals, figure out how long that's going to take.
This is a
get
nightmare,
people,
man.
in the
This is a
market. So
nightmare.
we don't have a perfect answer for that.
This is a bad press conference.
AD's availability in terms of the abdominal issue that he's dealing with now?
No, we'll learn. One, it wasn't significant, and two, we'll learn more as we go through the physicals.
You mentioned you think this will work in the short term and the long term. Short term makes great sense. How do you see this working out well for the organization in the long term?
Well, I think the long term is the time frame. I think he fits our time frame. If you pair him with Kyrie and the rest of the guys, he fits right along with our time frame to win now and win in the future. And the future to me is 3-4 years from now. The future 10 years from now, I don't know. I don't think they probably bury me and Jay Button or we bury ourselves.
Yes.
All right, I know there's
What?
lots of questions.
Thanks,
and we'll
everybody.
take time to
Appreciate it.
discuss them
Great job.
later, but you have a game tonight.
So you guys don't have any questions about the game?
Kyrie playing?
Can I just give you the medical update, please? Christie, Davis, Lively, Powell, Gafford, Irving, and Washington all out.
That-
You want me to say it again? Okay, there's 7 of them. So Christie, Davis, Lively, Powell, Gafford, Irving, and Washington. Got it? Cool.
After the initial news broke and then you said you'll have a game today, how did you just address the players and make sure that they were good with it and ready to take on the business?
Yeah, we met this morning as a group, and so we talked about it. We opened the floor for if anybody had any questions. No one really had any questions. Understanding we have a game today, we got to be professional, but also you want to give your flowers to Luka and Maxey and Smooth for what they have done. When you talk about Luka in the 7 years with the Mavs, he's beloved, and to be able to watch it up close by the city of Dallas, he's a global icon, and so just to be able to talk as a group. Now we've been faced with a lot of injuries, and so we've had a lot of conversations or meetings about next man up, and that's the situation as a coach I have to do. But we talk about Maxey. We're going to miss Maxey, a true pro. And we're going to miss Smooth, a pro in that locker room, and was always ready to play if needed. And so, but when you talk about getting AD and Christie, we have to, we believe that those guys are going to help us win now.
When did you find out this was going to happen?
At the 11th hour. So, right before it was announced.
What was just your feeling in that moment?
I think just in shock, but unfortunately, I've been in this league for a long, long time. So I've seen a lot. I've been involved in trades by the Mavericks, and so it is part of the business. It is a little shocking, but like in the sense we have to push forward. As a organization, as a team, we have a game to play, and we have to be pros about it. But we understand what Luka has meant to the Mavericks, and we wish him and his family the best in L.A., also Maxey and Smooth. But we have to push forward, and we believe we have a team that can do that.
What are the challenges of incorporating new players with that magnitude into your lineup?
Well, I think, unfortunately, I've been old, and I'm probably too old, but I've had the luxury of coaching AD. We've won a championship in LA, and so I have a little advantage of understanding who he is on and off the floor. I will get to know Christie, watch tape on him, but it takes time. Chemistry, anytime you add or subtract, it takes time for that group to get to know each other. Of continuity is a big thing, and we've seen this for the guys who've been with us this season, the beat writers. Our injuries, we've always had next man up, and we're always trying to get continuity, and for whatever reason this year we've had a lot of injuries and illness, and we're trying our best to get that continuity, and hopefully the month of February and March we can find that.
Did you get a chance to communicate with Luka right before or right after this happened?
I reached out to him, and we've missed each other, so I have not had an opportunity to talk to him yet.
Have you talked to Kyrie about this?
Yes, and this morning in the meeting. We all had the opportunity to talk. Yeah, I think he's shocked, but understanding he's probably been in this league and has seen different things, and so understanding we have to push forward. He probably saw things differently, and I'm speaking from my point of view, but he will at some point. You guys will ask him the questions, and I know he'll give you guys the answers that you're looking for.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
That was not reassuring. That was not. That answer about Kyrie didn't feel good. That was a terrible press conference. I don't leave it feeling any differently. I don't leave it. My hope and dream from this press conference was that I at least left it going, okay, I disagree so fundamentally with what you've done, but I at least see the logic and the mindset behind it. First and foremost, it just sounded like Nico regurgitated all the stuff we've already seen from Brad Townsend. But so what I'm leaving with is this was a Nico trade through and through. This for the next 3 to 4 years, then me and Jason won't be here anymore. Yeah, that's. Oh, don't tell me this is what I think it is. Oh. Oh my God. You know what? Let's just rip this Band-Aid off. Let's just get this out the way. Oh, and also, you want to know something else? You want to know something else? Two can play at this game. Two can play at this game, buddy. I don't want to see it. So, Kid, from the press conference, initial reactions. Kid sounded blindsided a little tiny bit. I don't think he's not with the moves. And it just sounds like Nico was dead set on this. Look, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I think them saying, hey, he's a free agent, like other teams are gearing up to maybe go for him, that's gaslighting. The real reason is Nico doesn't think that they could win a championship with Luka because he doesn't think he's good enough defensively. He doesn't think he takes his conditioning seriously enough. And I think that's it. And they're looking at it, $350 million. This is our guy, obviously. Do you think you can win with him as your number one guy? And if Nico thought it was no. And you can say all the, hey, we just got ahead of it. We thought that this was going to happen and this was going to happen. No, what happened was what I just said. That's it. This franchise, I mean, and also just hilarious, like, hey, it's all like, yeah, we traded Luka. It's over, blah, 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 blah. And then Kid, oh, yeah, here's who's out for the game. Christie, Davis, Maxey. Well, Maxey's gone now. God bless him. Kyrie, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford. Like, oh, good, good, good. But they can win with Kyrie defense. That's also a part that I'm confused about. The last thing I want to hear when you trade your super megastar player who's 25 years old, the last thing I want to hear from you out of your mouth at the press conference is, yeah, 3 to 4 years, we might not be here. Like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? That was the thing that came out of your mouth? Like, no, you say, yeah, I'm here for the long term. Like, I want to help lead this franchise to many rings. I want to be here for the next, I want to be one of those managers that's here for decades. Kid wants to be one of those coaches that's here for decades. You don't just say, yeah, we might not be here in 3 to 4 years. We just traded a 24-year-old megastar for a 32-year-old. Is this what you imagine when Bill Simmons was worried there would be a mid-season press conference post-Kyrie trade? It all comes together, man. I mean, just say what it is, man. And he would never say it, but just, we're not dumbasses, man. I know what it is. I've followed this league long enough. I follow this league enough. I know what you're saying without saying it. You didn't think that you could win a championship by paying Luka Doncic $350 million. You didn't think it. You didn't think he was good enough defensively. You didn't like his buy-in level. That's it. You didn't like it. You didn't believe in it. This is the biggest gamble possible. I mean, this is like going to play blackjack and getting 20, getting 2 kings but going all in and hitting. I'm not a gambler. I don't know if that was a good analogy. This is insane. Chris at the 499. Best part was Kid responding to Nico after the 10-year future saying, yeah, we bury ourselves. And looking at Nico. This is beyond shocking, guys. Beyond shocking. And I don't want to dive too deep into a press conference. They're nervous. They're human beings. They're nervous. They know what's going on. They're not dumb. They know what's going on. They're online. They know. They know how upset people are. They know whatever they say is not going to be good enough at a press conference. They're probably nervous laughing, trying to ease some tension, saying things that, probably just in their brain in a scramble, they say. So I'm not looking at any of that too deeply. Kid looks shell-shocked, but to be fair, that's kind of how he always looks. As Bontemps says, this is probably the biggest short in the history of sports. Yeah, I'm telling you, they don't believe in him. They don't. He just made the finals, but they don't believe. They don't believe him. They don't believe he takes himself seriously enough. They don't believe he works hard enough. They don't believe his buy-in level is big enough. They don't believe he tries enough defensively. That's what it is. There's no other answer. You could have still got more than this. Yeah, I mean, they love AD. That's what it is. They love him. They love Anthony Davis. I'm telling you, that was basically confirmed to me today by people that I trust very much. I mean, it's obviously not a fucking secret. They just traded Luka Doncic for him. But no, they like it goes beyond that. Like they love him. They love him. They always have. They've always wanted him. And now I feel bad for AD. I really do. Zach with a 10. Nothing he said explains why they didn't try to get the greatest return for Luka. I mean, I'm telling you guys, what he could have said was, yo, we love AD. There's no other explanation, man. Can't decide if I hate Jerry or Nico more. You want to know what's crazy? The answer to me is still clearly Jerry Jones. The answer to me is always going to be him. Yeah. I can't stand Jerry Jones. Bro, I'm 30 years old, man. I'm almost 30 years old. Like I haven't seen the Cowboys make the fucking conference championship game in my lifetime. Like understand that. Like understand that. Abay with the $4.99. AD has so much pressure now, going to be tough, and Luka's going to have a huge ass chip on her shoulder. So let me just let me just try to get into the brain of Nico Harrison real quick. I don't believe in Luka. I don't want to pay him $350 million. I think if we pay him $350 million, our franchise is going to go downwards, right? Let's trade him. We don't think he buys in. We don't think he takes recovery seriously. We don't think he takes conditioning seriously. We've tried everything. We have exhausted all of our options. We have begged him. You got to understand, he's going to go to LA with a chip on his shoulder. And you just have to be okay with that result. Are the Mavs boycotting playing today for Luka? No, all those guys were questionable yesterday. I can't wait to hear quotes from some of the players, though. I can't wait to hear from Kyrie. Luka is a proud man from the Balkans. Trading him just like that was a mistake. Luka will move to the EuroLeague, the NBA losing one of its biggest international stars. Well, the Mavs won the trade if that's the case. I mean, sometimes you just gotta just use context clues, take people for their word. Nico comes on here, and the first thing he does, shout out to Luka Doncic. He was great for this league. He spent more time talking about Maxi fucking Kleba, man. Like, shout out to Maxi Kleba. Oh, Maxi Kleba, the first thing he said when he got hurt, he came to me and he said, "I'm sorry for getting hurt." Like, there was no, man, Luka, I love Luka. It was an honor being able to be in an organization with him. Like, the moment I got here, he made my life so much easier as a GM. Like, blah, blah, blah. It was just pretty much like, yeah, Luka's a great player. But, you know, yeah, Maxi, man. Yeah, we're really going to miss Maxi. Like, something had to happen behind closed doors. I'm telling you guys what's happened behind closed doors. Context clues, reporting, things that I've heard. I don't have it exactly, but I'm just piecing 1 and 2 together. Luka did not take it seriously enough for Nico Harrison. Now, does that matter? Do you trade a top 3 player in the league because of that? No, you shouldn't, ever. But that's what happened. It's not like it's more than that. I mean, it probably built up over time. Like, that's probably what happened. It built up over time. They did. They mentioned Markieff. That was smooth. Make a video after the dust settles. Oh, I will. Do you think beating OKC a few times on Luka meant anything? Well, I mean, to me, from the way that they're saying in the reports, like they started talking about this trade before the Mavs beat them 2 more times. I got a few hours of sleep in. Any chances you cover other teams more often? Well, we've already been doing that, but I mean, I don't know how the fuck I feel, bro. I got to see what they do between now and the deadline. I mean, I feel betrayed as a fan, first and foremost. Like, I feel betrayed. Like, damn it, I have 3 pairs of Luka shoes. One of them Luka's team sent me. Which I always found funny. Because I have a contingent of people online who are under the impression I hate Luka Doncic, which is hilarious because his own team sent me shoes. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm going to joke around a little bit. Fan tryouts. Who wants me? Yeah, I'll look at the super chats. Well, I'll look at them in a second. I'm going to root for the team, man. Yeah, I'm sure they picked some random YouTuber with less than 30,000 subs to send shoes to. I mean, you think I made that up? Like, why would I make that up? You gonna root for another team? Is that the trial for it? Yeah, I'm gonna joke around, have open fan tryouts, but I'm gonna be a Mavs fan, bro. I just am. I can't. I can't not be. Would have felt better if the trade we got another pick or AR-15. I mean, no, I wouldn't have felt good about the trade at all. Like, what the fuck? But I mean, I just don't get how. Are the Lakers gonna say no? Are the Lakers going to say no to Luka Doncic? Like, are they going to risk reports coming out that, hey, the Lakers turned down Luka Doncic because they didn't want to include one more first round pick? Are the Lakers turned down Luka Doncic because they didn't want to include Austin Reeves? Like, no way. Can you blame Mavs fans if they are no longer want to be fans? No, I don't blame them at all. I don't blame him at all. The way Kid described the Kyrie situation is not good. I'm telling you. What did he say? Paraphrasing, but Kyrie interpreted it in a different way. Oh, come on, man. Stay with the team, not the player. I mean, it just... Some people just don't... Some people just don't operate that way. Some people don't have, they have loyalty to the team, but that loyalty is predicated on the team making an effort to be good. What did Kai say? I just popped in. I mean, we haven't heard anything from Kyrie, but kid basically was like, yeah, Kyrie was shocked and interpreted it in a different way than other people did. Like the one thing is, don't go on the press conference and say 3 to 4 years we might not be here. Never. That should not have come out of his mouth. What a fucking insane thing to say after you just traded your 25-year-old megastar. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens between now and Thursday. I mean, I get paid to talk about this team, so I have to get ready to watch this shit game. I'm not streaming it, but I have to get ready to watch this ass whooping that's about to occur in Cleveland. How would you feel if did make another trade? I'd just be very confused. I'd be very confused about it. Please stream, bro. I'm not. I don't want to. I'm not in the mood. But if you're here and you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I mean, we stream almost every day. There's going to be a lot to come from this. A lot. This is one of the biggest stories in the history of sports. Straight up. This is like being alive for the Babe Ruth trade. But like worse. Like worse, genuinely? This is worse than JFK being shot? This is the biggest travesty in Dallas, Texas since then, easily. So, yeah, I mean, I'll be live. Usually go live 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then on trade deadline day on Thursday, I'll go live at 8 a.m. and we'll look at all the other trades across the league. Nothing will compare to this. I mean, a Jimmy Butler trade feels like a preschooler basketball game at this point. Like a Jimmy Butler trade now, that's what we were thinking about for months. I'm just in complete and total shock about all of this. Let me catch up on the donos. Complete and total shock. Do we know where we ended up at? Roberto with the $4.99. As a 5-year Mavs fan, I won't be supporting the franchise no more. Still love you and your content. We'll continue to love your content. Thank you, Roberto. The Weeknd is wicked with the $2 Able Save Me. It's a good album. It's not his best, admittedly. There's some fluff in there, but it is good. Some random with the 2. All my sleepless nights watching Mavs from the UK. Julian with the $4.99. Ed with the $4.99. Team isn't bad, but this team was built around Luka. Just weird to trade him with the best team he's had. How do we even replace him? Trade for Trey? Can you fucking imagine? D-Nell with the $4.99. You think Kyrie was the original trade and Pelinka just gradually poked at Luka and got Nico to do it? Maybe he just overvalues AD? That's an interesting way to look at it, honestly. It's a really interesting theory. Maybe. I haven't even really thought about that. That's a really interesting way to look at it. Ashwin with the 199. This is about to be a shitstorm. Yeah, this is going to be. I mean, there's going to be ripple like shock waves about from this for months and years. Zach with the 5. I'm not fucking leaving with you till the end. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. Mason with the 199. You're seeing us somehow better in this trade. Thank you. I think. Gooch Master Extreme with the 199. Slightly. Why did my team shoot itself in the balls? I don't know, Gooch Master. They shot themselves in the balls and stabbed themselves in the gooch in the process as well. Some random with the 5. Nico, first words. Hi, I got really drunk last night. What happened? Hey, we've all been there. Got a little drunk last night. Woke up to text on your phone, bro. You were wilding out last night. So that's what happened to Nico. Z with the 2. MFFL. Boycott the next home game. I kind of want to go to it. When is it? Next week, right? I might go to that game. Squiggly with the 2. Hey, I appreciate you making me laugh and smile. I appreciate you, Squiggly. Kristen, 11 months in the Slight Delusional Club. Why the hell is he smiling? That press conference was a fucking disaster. Squiggly with the 2. Fuck defense. JN with the 65. This needs to be investigated. Check Nico's bank account. I smell corruption. Oh, man, this is so depressing. Kevin with the 2 is, what about Max Christie, the new Frank? yes. Hey, guys, don't forget about Max Christie, though. Christopher with the 199. Thank you, Christopher. The Factory with the 10. Mary Madison traded Luka to LA at the request of Adam Silver. In exchange, she won't oppose her moving the team to Vegas. We didn't hear other offers because if those leak, you couldn't spin this. I get the conspiratorial mindset because of how shocking this was. I do. I get it. I get just wanting some type of answer. We ready to win now? Just give it time, says Christopher with the 199. Time, like maybe how long was it for the Red Sox? 90 years. Jay with the $5. They just blew up the locker room. Wow, kid comment about Kai was telling. Yeah, that was. I think there's gonna be some problems. Well with the 5. You truly have created a community area where Mavs fans can just enjoy basketball, keep being you, and realize you truly changed the NBA world. That's very kind. Wow, that is a very kind message. I don't know about that, but that's very kind. Thank you for that. Some random with the 2. You believe JK was fully on board and had no choice? I mean, he said he found out the 11th hour. I think Nico's probably like, this is the culture Jason Kidd and I wanted to create and establish. And Kidd's probably like, I mean, I do think defense is important, but I don't. This was a little out there. Squiggly with the 2. Nico, your culture sucks, and I don't care about it. Squiggly with the 5. Nico was brought in to maximize the team around Luka, not trade the player you were brought in to win a chip with. God, this is so shocking. Christopher at the 499. Best part was Kid responding to Nico after the 10-year future saying, yeah, we bury ourselves. And looking at Nico. Blorm with the 5. Genuinely so concerned for what the future for this team looks like. Stars in their 30s and weak draft capital. We have young guys, but no young stars. Yeah, I mean, that's... What's shocking is like 80's probably at the peak of his trade value. I mean, he just got fucking traded for Luka Doncic, right? Like the longer... Dude. Is talk going on? Is talk going on TV with Luka's dad? It's going to be nuts. Is there going to be clips from that? Like, is there a way I can watch that? I mean, the $4.99. Okay, if you don't believe in Doncic, but why not go out and get an absolute bag for him? AD, Christie, and 1 first-round pick. Seems like he took the first offer. They wanted AD. That's it. Zach with a 10. Nothing he said explains why they didn't try to get the greatest return for Luka. Nico doesn't have 2K brain, man. He doesn't care about the picks. He wanted Anthony Davis. Can't decide if I hate Jerry or Nico more. Bro with the $1.99. I already read that. Definitely Jerry. I'm sorry. Abe with the $4.99. AD has so much pressure now. Yeah. And we got to be receptive of AD as fans, Mavs fans. It's not his fault. Volts with the $1.99. AD being injured is the cherry on top. Yeah. I don't think it's a serious injury, but that is... Paul, 30 months inside Delusional Club. I don't know how I can watch basketball now. Wow, 30 months, man. We got guys getting the 30-month mark in here. Love that. Squiggly with the 5. This makes me not like AD. Like, I want him to fail because of Nico, which isn't fair to AD at all. See, I don't feel the same way, man. I really don't. Again, this stuff where it's like, I won't even care if the Mavs win the championship this year. I'm like, I definitely care. Adam with the $1.99. I'll never leave slightly. Thank you. Lovro with the 5. I'm sorry for Luka. This must be tough for him. Yeah, I feel for Luka. I mean, this is a slap in the fucking face, bro. Already, Luka has had like already, I think Luka's been treated a certain way by the media and stuff like that. And I mean, I just think the Mavs just opened it up for him to get further like shit on to no end. Caught the $1.99. What if Luka becomes James Harden? In what way? James Harden won an MVP. Something random with the 2. I apologize, KD and LBJ, for requesting your loyalty. Oh, if you're saying for the Mavs, like the Luka trade becomes like the James Harden trade. James with the $4.99. The NBA loves their Lakers-Celtics rivalry, and how convenient after the Celtics rosters finally come together with a ring. Don't buy any of this. The thing is I don't think this Lakers team is remotely close to contending at a high level. Like, remotely close. McJowers to the 2. Big X got to change his lyrics now. Armando at the 2. How the Gobert shit to this 8 months? The Gobert shot to this in 8 months? I'm just like, the part that really stings is the last memory we'll have of him in a Mavs jersey is him limping off the court, man. Jose with the $4.99. Is this the only way to beat the Celtics? Bro, they got to make, like, I'm seriously concerned they're not going to even make the fucking playoffs, honestly. Some random with the 5. When it comes to football, soccer, I'm a team first, so I get how you feel, but you have to understand I watch the NBA from you because of Luka, so Luka greater than Mavs. No, I completely get that. Booster with the 5. Babe Ruth can be in better shape. I saw the Boston Red Sox were upset with his conditioning. They should trade him. Volts with the $1.99. Bro, isn't there a Luka Doncic stay in Dallas? Yep. Classic staying lover with the $4.99. If AD and Kai don't work, Kai can leave after this year and AD next, and we're back to the 90s. Yeah, I'm very fearful about the future of this franchise. I really am. I really, really am. Paul with the $4.99. I think my love for basketball quietly died with this trade. 25 years of fandom, loyalty, and dedication. I mean, I kind of feel the same. I like, it's going to be tough for me to tune into a basketball game over the next couple days. Brooks with the $1.99. Sick to my stomach. Massive shard on the fan base. Massive shard. What up, Brooks? Zach with the $1.99. Would rather break my arm and this not be real. Would you guys do that? Break your arm for this to not have happened? I tried to intentionally break my arm once to get out of baseball training. Break my arm? Remember, there was like hey, would you tear your ACL for a championship? And I said, fuck no, I would not do that. Breaking my arm is different, though. That's an injury you could easily recover from in just a couple months. Something random with the 5. I see lots of reacts channels to Mavs games. I feel a lot is because of Luka. You think this will hit you a bit? Honestly, Luka got pool. Oh, in terms of like viewership? I mean, probably a little bit. I don't know. I have already made a point to branch out and do other stuff, which I think has in the long run helped out. James with the 199, Lakers Celtics rivalry alive and well. Yeah, I mean, this adds another wrinkle to it. B-Diggs with a 199 is a DFW sports fan. I am depressed as fuck. It's hard to explain to people because, like, if you say how hard it is to be a DFW sports fan, people look at you weird because you think about, like, Cleveland, you think about, like, Detroit, Minnesota, Minneapolis, and that's all true. I'd much rather be a Dallas sports fan than those fans. But the thing is the problem about Dallas sports is they string you along. Like, they're not these teams that are just shitters and you just expect nothing out of them, right? And so the one random one-off year where they make the playoffs, have an exciting run, it's really exciting. Their teams are always good, but it's just there's always something. The Cowboys are a joke. The Rangers, for the longest time, were just kind of this terrible ownership group that doesn't want to spend. But then they won the World Series, so they've got goodwill for a while. And they're aggressive, and they make moves. Stars I can't really speak on. They have heartbreaking playoff exits. Like, there's just... Lil Nesso at the 199 is a secret we opened up a spot for you. I can't speak on that just yet. Eric with the 499, 26-year-old who grew up watching Dirk, really thought my kids would have Luka for their childhood. Yeah, that's also a sad part of it, man. I was talking to one of my friends who's expecting, him and his fiance are expecting in the next like month, and he said he already had like a bunch of Mavs gear. He was buying no Cowboys gear for, all Mavs gear, and now it's just like, what the fuck just happened? Sarah with the 199. Thanks for giving us a place to vent and grieve, as always. You guys know I'll always be here. Brand with the 5. Brandicus with the 5. Nico went on about culture, but he created a culture of distrust. 80 won't come in to magically fix that. That's a great point. That is a great point. What is the culture now? You want to build a culture on defense. The culture is you just traded your 25-year-old megastar out of nowhere without talking to him. Ace with the 499. The owners in the league wants this short-term competitive team in Vegas, and the real expansion city will be Dallas, which I'd much rather root for. So relocate the Mavs to Dallas and give Dallas a new expansion team. I don't see that happening. Slam Dunksville with 11 months. Had tickets for my birthday next month to see Luka. Oh, Solomon Grumpy 199. Realistically, do you think Kyrie goes full Nets? It's a possibility. It's a possibility. And I wouldn't blame him in the slightest. DJ with the 999. F the Mavs. I hope Luka wins the chips and dumps on Nico's front lawn. I mean, if the Lakers go far in the playoffs and the Mavs are out, I'll be rooting for them. I will. Eric with the 499. Thank you, Eric. Armando with the 5. If it was Kai for AD, it would be fine. AD is nowhere near Luka right now. Yeah, Kyrie for AD. I would still feel like I got stabbed in the heart. But I would at least kind of understand your logic and where you're coming from. Hey, we want to build our defense. We love AD. It just kind of works this way. But this is just shocking. Alyssa is gifted one slightly delusional club membership. Thank you so much. Jose with the 199. A trade close to this. Mookie to Dodgers for nothing. Baseball is so much different, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, this is up there for one of the most shocking trades ever. It is probably the most shocking trade ever. Again, it was never about getting rid of Luka as it was about acquiring AD. Lakers probably said no to Kyrie and Nico Cave. They don't hate Luka, says D-Nell. No, I do think they didn't like Luka. You don't make this trade if you love Luka. I mean, that's just it. You don't make this trade if you love Luka. If you love Luka, there's nothing to fucking talk about. He's untradeable. There's no trade that we would ever do for him. Ever. But I agree. This trade says a lot about how they feel about AD. Eric with the 5. I would give up my fucking kidney if it meant stopping this trade. I feel like a lot of people are going to be giving up their livers in the near future because of this. Eric with the 499. I can see Wemby and Luka link up in the future in San Antonio. Sure. Alice with the 5. Hello with the 10 months. Demon time Luka against us going to break my heart. Yeah. Man. And no laughing matter with the 2. This is no laughing matter. Did Nico seem like the dumbest man alive? This is just shocking, guys. Shocking. I'm going to head out. I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be on Locked On later tonight. I'll be live tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time here. I'm sure we'll talk about this more. I mean, I would love to talk about some other stuff going on across the league, but I mean, nothing else feels like it even matters. Nothing else feels like it even matters, man. Can we trade war and Luka trade? Worst days ever. Canada trade war and Luka. Yeah. Can Trump put tariffs on the Mavs? Like, can he prevent this from happening? Please. Yeah, we've hit 8 a.m. on the trade deadline day. Velo with the 10, keep your head up slightly. Much love, time heals. I mean, my head's higher than some, I think. I squint and I see a good roster on this Mavs team. But it sucks. It really stings. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. All of the OGs, you guys know I love you very much. Could have spent your Sunday afternoon anywhere in the world. You decided to spend it here. New subscribers, I promise you guys will not regret it. Donations, members, thank you guys so much. You never have to do that, but it helps me out tremendously. It makes me feel so good. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll see you guys on Locked On later. I'll talk to you all tomorrow morning as well, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I still can't believe this shit happened, bro. Damn. Jay with the $5. What would the Mavs do if Clay and Kyrie requested a trade because they wanted to play with Luka? I mean, they'd probably trade him. They should. Love you all. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll talk to you all later. Go Mavs! Bye!